That's a little way back when.
Yeah, I remember, and I'm not even that old.
You're
What?
not
You're
that
19.
old.
What do you mean?
You're kind of
Normally, okay, so this is weird because normally I'm the youngest one on here.
I know.
I can't say that now.
No, you.
Now I get to be like, I'm an old fart. What are you talking about?
You're talking about trends that were before my time.
Hey guys, welcome back to the AA Skin Babes Pod. I'm your host, Lena, licensed esthetician, and today I have Kristen
I'm a licensed esthetician.
and Paige. We've seen Paige a couple times now.
Yes,
So.
we have. I am a licensed nail technician.
And today we are going to be talking all about nails. If we haven't answered this one, let's answer it again. Paige, who are you and what do you do?
I am Paige Countryman, and I do nails in Archie. I am a licensed nail technician.
What is the name of your...
My shop,
Yes.
so it kind of has two names, but it's Paige Elizabeth Studio, but it's also Stream of Colors, because I couldn't decide. So my LLC says Stream of Colors, and then the front of it says Paige Elizabeth Studio. So that's the full story.
Well, and I think that's something very unique about Paige, and we talked in another episode, but let's go over it again. She is a young entrepreneur. She is 19,
Yes.
and she started and got her license when she was 17.
Correct.
And she is young, and she is already out there solo doing her
I
thing.
say, how many years have you
Guys,
been?
Stop.
How many years have you been in business?
So August 1st will be 2 years since I opened.
Wow.
So that's crazy.
Yes, it's been so much fun though. I've made so many friends, and my clients, like, I forget that I need to be like professional because it's like we're so close now because we've talked about everything, and you know, I've known them for it seems like a long time now, and so yeah, it's so much fun. I really love it.
We'll get into like the different kinds of nails and stuff, but because my FYP, what are some of the biggest nail trends that you see right now that you get asked to do?
That I get asked to do.
Yeah,
A lot of
well,
it is like the blooming gel. Everybody loves the blooming gel. So it's like this clear gel that you put on, and when the polish touches it, it just kind of like expands. Like
the crackle nail polish.
no.
Okay, sorry.
No,
That's all I
different thing.
could.
That's a little way back when.
Yeah, I remember, and I'm not even that old.
You're
What?
not
You're
that
19.
old.
What do you mean?
You're kind of
Normally, okay, so this is weird because normally I'm the youngest one on here.
I know.
I can't say that now.
No, you.
Now I get to be like, I'm an old fart. What are you talking about?
You're talking about trends that were before my time.
And that's when Lena was a teenager.
She
Oh
said the
my
crack.
gosh.
She said the cracking nail polish. No.
I say she's too young to remember that, and I don't get to say that very often.
I remember it. But that's a big one. Everybody loves French tips. French tips, I feel like, will never go away. But instead of the thick, chunky, straight across ones, now it's the thinner, more deep French tip. That's really popular. Almond is I feel like the only shape I do now. I still do have my squares, but square used to be the only shape, and now it's definitely more primarily almond. But those are probably the most trendy things right now.
Okay, so we talked about this in another episode too, is that you do the Gel X.
Correct.
Okay, so as you can tell, I'm not someone who does their nails. I don't think I've gotten them done for prom, and that was when you were in grade school.
Probably.
I like this. I don't get to say that very often, guys.
You like it? Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Well, I like it now. I'm still in my late 20s.
There you go.
This week, Lena will be having a birthday.
After.
Okay.
This will be after. I'll
This
already
month,
be 27.
Lena has a birthday, and she's reminded me several times today.
Well, because she forgot about it.
I
But
did forget.
anyway, so I'm in my late 20s, so I don't ever get to have people that are younger.
I'm a baby.
I'm always the baby. So this is going to be kind of fun. So you're going to hear a lot of things.
know.
Anyway,
It's different.
what is the difference between Gel X and acrylic?
So one of the biggest ones to me is probably time. It's so much quicker to me. You're not filing and shaping nearly as much because they come pre-shaped and it covers the entire nail. You don't have multiple different parts that make up the whole nail unit. It's just one whole cover, and it's just so much quicker, and you can get it in whatever like length you would like. So instead of cutting them and comparing each one, it's already there for you. You can spend so much more time focusing on really intricate designs rather than, really looking, is one thicker than the other or is one lumpy? And that's what I always really hated. Another thing is durability. Acrylic is much thicker, but thicker does not necessarily mean it's more durable. And another thing is it's plastic.
Mm-hmm.
So plastic, as we know, doesn't go anywhere. It does not biodegrade. And I feel like acrylic, when it got, wet, cold, it would start to break and start to crack and, break down. What else?
Which one's healthier? Is there one that's healthier than the other?
To me, I do think the Gel X is healthier, especially not just for the client, but for me as well,
Mhm.
because breathing in that monomer, that purple, liquid that you would need to do the acrylic, it's just such a strong odor. But I also work with a massage therapist.
Uh-huh.
And when people go in to get a massage, they don't really want to be smelling monomer and chemicals
Yeah.
the whole time. But temperature is another thing. Like, acrylic is super temperamental. So, like, if it's really hot outside, your acrylic bead is going to set up, like, instantly.
Mhm.
And if it's set up, it's lumpy, and you're going to have to spend so much time filing it. But that can also lead to, like, contact dermatitis. If it's too liquidy, gets all over the nail, and that monomer gets everywhere, that can cause a lot of irritations, and it's a no-go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you still do acrylic?
I do not. I noticed a big difference even in my skin, like just the constant like aroma of the monomer and the filing. My skin was like so much more oily, like being around it all the time. So I don't offer it anymore, but I do think acrylic does have some great qualities, I guess, because probably the biggest con about the Gel X is I've noticed with people who bite their nails, I have a lot of people that bite their nails. It's kind of the whole reason I got into doing nails is because I would bite them and they would hurt and it's not fun. But the Gel X does not adhere very well to really, really short nails. But I offer a different service where I do a builder gel overlay to kind of do that for a few weeks to get a little bit of a longer nail. And that builder gel's thicker, so it kind of prevents you from biting at that for a few weeks at least, and then we can go ahead and put on a full set, and then it'll last a lot better.
Talking about that, we've all seen
Mhm.
on TikTok something called greenies.
Yes.
And most of the time, quote me if I'm wrong, but they're associated with Gel X.
Really?
A lot of times
Really?
on TikTok. It's from what I can tell. Like I said, I'm not a nail person,
Interesting.
but I see a lot associated with it. What are greenies?
So, I'm not gonna lie, cannot pronounce. I've been trying
We've
this.
been trying
I've been
practicing
trying
for,
so
like, last
hard to
15
pronounce
minutes.
the medical term of greenies, but we're just gonna call it greenies. Basically, so I don't believe that they're tied to more Gel X because when I was in school is the only time I ever saw them, and we only did acrylic in school. I think you can get them though either way. I think, well, I know you can. I've seen it both ways. I haven't seen it on any of mine, but it can be caused by very unclean cuticle nippers or files or cuticle pushers if they haven't been sterilized in a really long time, but it's kind of a process to sterilize it. You want to sterilize it just as a dentist would or a doctor, It's kind of a long process to make sure everything is clean, especially when you have back-to-back clients. But the number one cause is just uncleanliness in a big salon, which is very, very common in bigger salons. But another reason is people love to go really long in between clients or in between fills, which is totally understandable. But when you do that, it starts to lift up. And, we eat with our hands a lot and stuff gets underneath that. Moisture gets underneath it. So when you got food, bacteria, if you have kids, you're changing them. And stuff will just get really underneath that and then just kind of fester. And that's what causes it. And it will turn your nail green. It's not cute.
Bacteria.
I've seen some nasty videos on TikTok.
So how
Yes.
often, to prevent that, how often do you need to get your nails filled?
So everybody's very different. The standard is 2-3 weeks pretty much. But some people's nails grow super duper slow.
Mhm.
But some people's grow extremely fast. Like I know people that are pregnant, their nails tend to grow a lot faster. And people that are extremely healthy, their nails grow faster, stuff like that. Or it's simply just hereditary, their parents' nails didn't grow and, theirs grows really slowly. So everybody's different. But by the time I've had a client for a few times, I can usually tell them about how often they should get them filled. But it definitely depends on multiple different factors.
Hold on. Aftercare. Sorry. Oh wait, no. This is one of my questions. What is something you wish more clients knew before getting their nails done for the first time?
for the first time,
Or, I
definitely.
mean, before they get them done, period.
Right. Definitely the nail biting. Like, I get it. It's so frustrating. It's like impossible to break, the habit. But if you're going to get your nails done, coming in with really short nails, and a lot of times I've had a lot of clients that will go to other big salons and they're super, super aggressive with their nails. They have thinned them down so much, which makes them even thinner, shorter, and then they want to get a full set again. That's going to damage it and just kind of repeat this process of making it shorter, damaging it more. And so I wish people would kind of, before wanting a full set, I always try to tell them, get a gel manicure, even if you really like dip, I don't like dip, get something hard on your natural nail to prevent you from biting it for at least a little bit while to let them heal, let them, just grow out a little bit. Another thing is like keeping them clean is very important because stuff will get trapped up underneath it. And if you don't keep that clean, they're going to lift, they're going to, they're going to look ugly. You're not going to like that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much.
Okay, so
The
that's
main
kind of
thing.
the aftercare. Was there something you wish clients would do more between appointments?
In between, probably cuticle oil. I think that helps whenever your nails are super, super dry. If you ever see like a flower or like a leaf that's kind of dying, the leaves of it, they kind of curl inward. Our nails do pretty much the exact same thing. So whenever you have your nails that have grown out and you have your acrylics, your Ageless, whatever, and you see them behind, if they're kind of curling on the ends, they're detaching, it's because they're very dry. So if you use cuticle oil, lotions that don't have a ton of chemicals in them, because some lotions will cause actually the opposite. They'll cause it to lift. But definitely keeping your hands hydrated and not using them as tools. Do not open a box, Don't use them as tools. Don't use them to cut anything. Pry things open. If you got a can, try and use like a knife to open it. Stuff like that in between fills.
Okay. And this also comes from TikTok because
We love TikTok.
I fall down rabbit holes. We all know this. I doom scroll like
I see
no
some
other.
crazy trends on TikTok. That
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, what?
I see. Okay, I'm not even on Nail Talk, but they pop up every once in a while, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of stuff.
But so let's talk about the dark side of nails and nail salons.
Oh.
We all know, and as
Yikes.
estheticians too.
Yeah.
As estheticians too, we know not everyone's up to standards and practicing
Right. It kinda blows
sanitation
my
like they
mind.
should. What is something to watch out for when looking for a nail tech? Like what are some red flags, so to say?
I would definitely recommend if you see, somebody constantly using like their file looks used, that's a huge red flag. You should be throwing away your file in between pretty much not pretty much, you should be in between each client, and like stuff should look absolutely clean. No gunk should be on your metal tools. And another thing is like I went to go get a pedicure, and usually I do everything myself because I don't want to bother with it. But, the floors are like super, super dirty, and it's like, that's not great. But another thing is you do want to pay attention to like dip, for example. Like they put it in a little cup and you're dipping each finger in it. A lot of times they take that cup and they go put it back into the big container.
Yes.
And you're just sharing all those germs with everybody, which will give you the greenies. And, so kind of pay attention to that stuff. And also the color of the monomer in a lot of your mainstream salons. If it's like a super, super dark purple and it's like has an extremely strong odor, a lot of times that's MMA, which is it's illegal in a liquid form here in America, but a lot of salons still get by with using it. I don't know how, but they do. And so if you're noticing that, and if a lot of times their bottle will be unlabeled too, or it'll just say monomer on it, but there's no brand name, there's no, no specific bottle that says where it comes from. Because when I was doing acrylic, my bottle said EMA or no MMA on it, one of the two, because an EMA is safe. MMA, methyl methacrylate, is way harder on your nails, and it's not good for the client to have the nails on, to be breathing it in, or for the nail tech to be, around it all the time. So definitely pay attention to that.
Watch closely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Know your shades of purple.
Yeah, and I think the same thing with us is if if you go in and they have a jar of utensils, they
Mm.
pull one out, they use it, and then they drop it back in.
Mm.
That's a get up and leave, because
Right.
how many people have they used that utensil on before you got in there? And, here's a visual. Think 2 people before you had greenies. And so they use that on them, stick it right back in,
Mhm.
and then you're getting the same instrument.
Yep.
So always make sure everything's sterilized. It's single use. It doesn't have to be, they don't have to toss the equipment, but it has to be sterilized and then
Yes.
put in a
Not just
sanitizer.
not just soap and water, but
Yeah, it needs a
barbicide,
barbicide.
and hot box, and
Yes.
put it in a little thing, and which is a pain.
All right. Well, that's all I had. Do you have anything extra you want to add? I mean, any other points you think are super important for people to know that are getting their nails done?
Let me look at my little notes here.
I say, because
There's so many things that go into it that nobody thinks about too.
and the same goes with aesthetics as
Yes.
well with
Oh,
that.
I'm sure. Yeah.
But because like most of my questions I got, I was scrolling TikTok and I got on Nail Talk, and then I was like, this is kind of interesting. Maybe I should ask this.
There are some random things. So one of the things I have here is, so sometimes when people get the long, nails, their nail bed will lift off of the nail plate. So then it'll be like the white part, it'll go really far down into it'll be separated. And I've seen nail techs that will kind of cut that off and just kind of get rid of it and then apply acrylic over it to try and just cover that up. But you're making it 10 times worse by doing that. So if you're having problems with your nails lifting off of the bed, stop getting your nails done completely. People will not turn you away, unfortunately, because they want,
The money.
the money.
Yeah.
But, I feel like a good nail tech, even though they don't want to break your heart, they know when to say, hey, you're ruining your nails bad, and that's going to cause so many problems, because then you're not just getting into the skin, you're exposing so many chemicals and potential bacteria inside of your finger, and people can lose their fingers.
They can lead to bad things.
Bad.
Well, that's in every industry. You gotta have a professional that knows how to say no,
Yeah.
or this is enough for right now.
Yeah, and people do not want to hear it.
They don't wanna hear
I've
it.
had people start crying because they can't get their nails done, and I'm like,
I've had that with eyelash extensions.
just
where
wait- just
it's like
wait a
they're
little
getting
bit.
an eye surgery, and it's like, we have
Yeah.
to take these off.
Mhm.
And then they'll call me the next week and want to put their eyelashes back on. And I'm
Mhm.
like, have you been released from your doctor? Well, no, we can't do it.
Yeah, it's like, sorry.
Do you really want to hurt your eyes? Do you
Your
really
eyeballs
want to
just
hurt
really
your
shouldn't
body?
mess with your eyeballs.
Yeah. Your vision is too important to,
Yeah.
for eyelash extensions.
And when I'm sure with you guys, there's so much information that goes into
Yes.
esthetician, and when you try to explain that in a short little period of time, but they're just like, what? Just slap it on there. And
Yeah.
it's like, when you're messing with chemicals, it's really not just slapping it on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It can do a lot.
Correct.
All
Yes.
right, Miss Paige. Well, that is all the time we have for today.
I do want to ask,
Yeah.
Paige, how did somebody call you or book you? Do you have a booking app?
I do. So the link is on my Instagram. And so is my number. My number is right there on my bio on my Instagram.
And we'll have
so-
that link in the show notes.
Awesome. That sounds great. So you can text me, leave me a voicemail, or you can go straight to the booking website and just book through there.
Okay. Awesome.
And eventually I will respond if you text me on Facebook. Eventually. It may take a little while, but eventually.
You want to message us knows that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is all the time we have for today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paige, for hanging out with us.
And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments.
Yeah.
Paige will
I
check
will
the comments
respond.
and she will make
Yes.
um
An earnest
she'll-
effort.
yeah, she'll give you some answers.
All right. And we will see you. Oh, wait. Don't forget to go join our group on Facebook, our AA Skin Babes Facebook group.
Yes.
We are doing something a lot of fun, whatever fun.
It's been real fun.
And we're going to do live. So we're going to start shooting. We shoot on Mondays around 1 o'clock. And we're going to start shooting those live in the group and group only. And you can ask questions or call in or do whatever we're going to do so that you can ask your questions while we're live. And so make sure you go do that. And also make sure you have your notifications on for that group. That way you get notified when we go live. And anything else?
And don't forget about our swag.
Oh,
our merch.
how much we got left?
Go for it.
Like, they are a limited amount of quantity, so we only have 2 left. And so you need to go. It's in our show notes, right? Yep. Go to our show notes. You'll get a link to our. Right now we have our cups, and
They're pretty cute.
they're saying there's only 2 left. So 2 lucky people still get cups. So
Get in there and get them bought today.
yes, they will be gone fast. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.